Hindi ba may ako nakabukta ko dito sa Ayala na ang tanang building din ha. Kuan pa. Sa Makati Commercial Center. 2 story pa lang. Okay? 2 stanzas the first. 4 levels. Okay? But during the time, 2 story. The quad and the one is ano pa ganun.
During the 60s.
Oh. It is only during the late 60s that building started to sprout. Okay? Na nagtagatakas na ng building. O niya, ang mga amigo sa Ayala ni muna, first ka din eh. Solar Life was there. Okay? Then later on the bank. Okay? But what I'm saying is that sa una pa lang na plano sa Ayala, nagbuhat na siya unique selling proposition for the area. Okay? So that it distinguishes as distinct or different from all other commercial areas na na-operate na. Because you are bringing now, on the other hand, at the same time, the Aranitas were doing their something in Cubao. Di ba? Di ba? Aranita. Ang ilang unang naghihimo ito sa Cubao ay parang Islam compete with the Ayalas. Nagbuhat silang dako na Coliseum. Okay? Kung makita niyo mga earlier picture sa Aranita Coliseum, kakugnan ang iyang talibog. Ang pala niya, alam siya na, ang nagpugang barpugon, ang talahim. In the middle of the talahim class. Okay? So, mga ang iyang gimo. And then, to make it unique, ngayon siya, ang iyang anchor attraction is the Aranita Coliseum. Because during the time, wala ang Coliseum pa nga takos Manila. Diba? So, yan gimo ang board. Ang Aranita cooperated with Quezon City, because Quezon City bago pa, so, i-cross-crossan na sa Karsada around the Aranita area. So, diba? So, you have Quezon here, the Aurora Boulevard, daan, then along Igsa, then you have the other locations at the back. So, mahimo na siyang kung saan ang iyang unique selling proposition for the location, ang iyang Coliseum. Okay? So karon, imong gitanaw, ang other development is Ortigas. Okay. Pagabot sa Ortigas, ang ilang major property is Green Hills. So una nila develop ang Green Hills before nag-develop sila sa what we can now see as the like is in Gumul, the Ortigas area. Okay, siya una nila Green Hills, San Juan. Ngayon, kung sa mga unique selling proposition sa Green Hills, ang Green Hills is easily connected to this is San Juan. It is easily connected to Manila on the San Juan side. Okay? Because there is already nauna naman ang Ayala that will connect Pasay and Makati, diba? Pasay and Makati, diba? So, ang Green Hills, Ortigas, why man sila? Nagbuhat sila unique selling proposition na ang accessibility from Manila is doon, but on the western side of San Juan. So that's why they started with Green Hills Shopping Center. Okay, and all the restaurants, good restaurants, are in Green Hills. And they invited LaSalle to locate in Green Hills. Okay, so going back to our proposition, when we design a project, we always look at the unique selling proposition. And if we are late in the game, we have to look at history. That's why I'm late in the game. Because I was still young when Ayala did this thing, when Ortigas did this thing, when the Aranitas were doing this thing. But I look at history and how they develop a unique selling proposition based on location for the different projects. Okay? So when Ortigas later on expanded, okay, I still have seen that my first job after graduation is Pure Foods Corporation. But when I joined Pure Foods Corporation, I was 4th year. It was my last semester. In fact, I excused myself from San Carlos and just talked to my instructors. The last semester, I would just take the midterm and the final exam. Because my first employment is Pure Foods. And I was assigned in Marikina. Okay? Marikina. Pure Foods now is the largest food. Okay, diba? Processing company. Food conglomerate under the San Miguel wing, San Miguel Corporation. So, that was my first job after graduation. But imagine myself working in Marikina, but I was staying in my aunt's house in Paranaque. Imagine, parang Paranaque, you go through the Insa, you go to Cubao, you transfer Aurora to go to Marikina. So every day I pass by that Ortigas area where the location of is in now, Mega Mall. During the time it was vacant. Only cattle and goats. You can only see cattle and goats during the time. No, just imagine how old I am. So, that's a large property, just like Rancho. And the only building that stood in the middle was Meralco building. Ortigas. And there was Eastern Telecom later, Eastern Communications, I don't know, what's that? The first is only Meralco. I pass that every morning, I pass that way because there was the bus coming from Paranaque passes to the beach. Yeah. And I transferred Transpo 3 times from Paranaque to my working, but I've never been late.
There was no traffic.
Yeah, okay. Why? This traffic, okay, and I'm very conscious of time. So, may gusto sa'yo, if you are not conscious of time, may kapsa ko yung traffic, ito na lang, magkaiba. Okay. May magawa man, diba? So, what I'm saying is that, so, when Ortigas developed that area, they also came up with unique selling proposition by encouraging SM to build the biggest mall of Asia during the time. Well, during the time, because now we have mall of Asia in Royal Boulevard. But during the time, the biggest mall was SM Mega Mall, E&D. Okay, so that started the magnet of people nadala nila sa in that part of Ortigas. Okay? So, we tried to get a unique selling proposition of the area by looking at the location, using location as a unique selling proposition. That's yung tanong karon. Ano man yung tanong nito sa project, ano yung condominium? Ayala, near Ayala, Ortigas. Okay? Bisa ka na sa Tipolo, isa 15 minutes from SM Mega Mall. Tanaw mga advertisements. Okay, o maaari na po ka sa Manila, 5 minutes to Ayala. Commercial center. Because they develop the unique selling proposition based on this. Now, another unique selling proposition you develop is the design. Diba? The design. You look at the different condominium. Then you look at the design. Looking at the design, how does this differ from the other building? Like karon, so itong buhat, green building. Okay? Pagka sa green building, okay? Oh, like diri sa to. Isla, Alex. Diba? Alex. Oh, how do you position themselves in the market? The greenest building. Yeah, ini sa tama yung part. Okay? So that's unique selling proposition. You distinguish yourself from the others. And position your product, okay, in the market by taking advantage of your unique quality. Okay? So in project for that matter, you try to brainstorm every time. That's why kita mga brokers and agents, we are a big help to our developers, friends. Because we can contribute. No? What's the unique selling proposition of Boracay? Unique selling proposition is white, sandy, powdery, white beach, white sand, diba? Okay? Yun siya, cool. The moment you go there, diba? Magdidiyot ka, di kang paso, mas kainit kayo. Ano yung bus? Huwag now. Diba? Oh. And that is embedded in the minds of so many. So, bingo sa amin, ba, ito na Boracay, doon kung balik niya. So, dito, diba? Okay? So, unique selling proposition. Okay? Now, unique selling proposition of different areas in the Philippines. Like, ilan natin sa Davao? Ay, Garden City, Island of Samar. Ano nila? Wala pursue. But ang ilan starting, wapo kayo because they will present the whole island as a Garden City. Garden City. No, even the master plan of creating the roads and putting in the infrastructure, it will look like a garden. Because Garden City is the unique selling proposition of Singapore. Okay? You go to Singapore, you look around the city, it's like a big garden. Okay? Big trees are preserved, landscape, okay? The area, clean, white sidewalks. That you will not notice that you will be walking far because it's nice around. Diba? So that's a unique selling proposition of Singapore. Garden City. Repeat that. It's Samar. Island Garden City. Island Garden City of Samar. But what only succeed? Why? Because we were only, the government was banking only on one big Malaysian developer. Pagka-problema sa Malaysian developer, nawa ang daggo nga magbuhat ng Island Garden City. Now, so karon, kung siya gibuhat sa mga big developers sa Manila to come up with unique selling proposition. One example, Hamilo Coast. Hamilo Coast is a development of ECM in Nasugbu, Batangas. Their unique selling proposition is we have 25 kilometers of beach line consisting of 7 to 9 homes. Okay? So 25 kilometers of shore line. Okay. And that is what the unique selling proposition. They are not going to develop it into a subdivision. They are building condominiums. Only low-rise condominiums. They preserve the forests, and the first 3 buildings in Cove A, I think, they have already 3 buildings. These 2 buildings are already sold out, still under construction. The 3rd building is almost sold out. It is the first building is for delivery this first half of this year. And they have this building along the seacoast, but not really along where you want that to be. But at the background is the natural forest. Then in front, they will not disturb the beach, the natural character. Imagine 25 kilometers of shoreline with 7 to 9 homes. Okay? Then the first 3 buildings in one home. And then they position their Mall Acacia, that there's already a port at the back of Mall Acacia. And this bus craft now is running between Mall Acacia and Cavite City, initial run. But eventually, when there are already residents in Hamilo Coast, then this bus craft will travel from Mall Acacia to Hamilo Coast. So what's the selling proposition? It is a 25-kilometer shoreline with 7 homes. Developed only with condominiums, no residential houses, so that they were able to preserve the forest and leave the natural character of the place intact. Now, ayaw dili pwede mapildi. So, ayaw come up with Bayakub. 3,600 hectares also, and Bayakub in Morong, Bataan. Okay? So, what Bayakub is doing, what Atayal is doing is that, dili lang po ni, dili ni, ibuat niya nga, puro lang po ninyo. Okay? Iyan kaya pong i-premier ang video o Pugapida. But since they have 3,600 hectares, okay, pwedeng ma-disperse nila ang population na ma-preserve ang natural character without looking at it as overcrowded. Okay? And the unique selling proposition of Banbaya is that it's because of the development of Clark and Subic. Because it is only few kilometers from Subic, and it was only 50 kilometers from Clark. And that is Cakes, which is now newly opened between Clark and Subic, will be the industrial and commercial areas, and this will be served by this area po in Morong, Bataan. Okay? So they are coming up with unique selling propositions every time before you look at it. Now, should I try? Like, what's the unique selling proposition of 1,000 hectares of Eton City? In Laguna, near San Pedro, near Canloma. What's it? In Santa Rosa, actually Santa Rosa. The unique selling proposition is, since that place is always flooded, okay? That is because Santa Rosa is flooded, the lower portion is up. But you know, that area is the lower portion. The upper portion is Canlubang, but this one is area is lower. So what did Eton City do with this area? Because they have 100 hectares. Okay, they purchased from Unilab Unilab owner, si Campos. So 1,000 hectares, they came up with Eton City by the lake. Okay, so what did they came up with artificial lakes. Okay, Usa ka island consisting of